freeze dryer is beeping that it's process complete, so we're going to go ahead and open that up and see what we got. We had freeze dried a little bit of taco meat that was left over from dinner, some broccoli stems, and some spinach, and I think there might be some marshmallows in there if I remember right. Let's check it out. Alright, so it looks like everything is good. These are cold. I should have let it warm up, but they're definitely good and crunchy. Broccoli stems, crispy and good. Taco meat looks good. Just light and airy. But anyway, let's get this in the kitchen and we'll get it bagged up. Alright, so here's everything out in the kitchen. These broccoli stems right here are actually going to go in this jar. I've already got some, and my plan is to grind them up into a powder, and then we can use it for, smoothies, soups, anything like that we just want to add a little bit of green powder to. Same goes for this jar right here. Oops, sorry. This one is Swiss chard and spinach and other greens just kind of chopped up. So we're going to do the same thing with these. We're just going to cram them in there, maybe put them in the food processor and make them real fine powder. But let me go ahead and get all this loaded up in the either food processor, blender, something like that. And we'll check out the powder when it's done. Okay, so this is the jar that already has the spinach in it. I'm not going to try to blend it up just yet. I'm just going to crush it and add it to our jar, and then we'll add it to the food processor like at one time so we don't make a mess multiple times. So let's see if we can get it to fit in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on for a minute and get these marshmallows packaged up so they don't get green all over those. Now, I know freeze-dried marshmallows are not exactly healthy, but if you have kids and they love hot chocolate, they dissolve great. Like, you know how fresh marshmallows just kind of get gummy and gross? These are actually really good and they dissolve, so that's really nice. And plus you're kind of saving, because if you open up a whole package of marshmallows and don't use the whole thing, they tend to just, well, at my house they go bad. So this is one way that you can still use them and enjoy them and not waste half of the bag. So, okay, I'm just going to shove them down in there because they're going in hot chocolate anyway. Okay, alright, we'll fiddle with that in a minute. Alright, so the broccoli stems. Now, I've not tried this before. I don't know if it's any good, but I don't see any reason why it couldn't be ground up in a powder and used for something. So this is kind of like the bigger fat stems that people don't really chop up to eat, but still totally fine. It's not the really fibrous big part of the root. It's kind of the in-between part. Okay, so I didn't find a jar of already done up taco meat, but I did find this jar, and this was cooked ground deer meat. So I'm just going to add it to this. This one right here, just freeze-dried, is ground beef, but more than likely we would just use this for tacos anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in there together. I think if you use them fairly quickly, it doesn't really make a difference. Now, if I was going to store these long term, I would want to put them in a Mylar bag, and for sure, because this was freeze dried in 2024, So that's been a minute. But this is something that hopefully won't stick around very long. So, especially now that we've got enough to actually do something with. That's part of the reason that I put it in jars. That way, if I don't have enough to fill up a bag or really do a whole lot with, we'll just put it in a jar until we can use it. So, okay, so we also did 2 leftover hamburger patties. I pinched a piece off of this. It's not a bite, even though it really looks like a bite mark. I'm not exactly sure what to do with those just yet. I may go ahead and put those in a bag and just have those for lunch or something, but I'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, well let's go ahead and grind up some of this powder and see how it does. Okay, we're gonna dump this in here. Maybe. That's definitely looking better. It's still not as smooth as I would have thought it would have got, but it will be fine for putting into soups and smoothies and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and jar it up. It looks like it compacted down quite a bit. I can't wait to give it a try.